What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. We have a it's a traditional knife, but it's not traditional for what I normally show on my channel. This is a Lionsteel Gitano. And it's a very cool knife. It's a traditional style, and it's a slip joint. Two things that I'm not that into. Not that I don't like them. I just hasn't been my thing yet. But this one, it's actually pretty cool. So it's made by Lionsteel out of Italy. And it's a collaboration with Guidi van Poppel, who is known for his traditional style knives, he's making modern knives in a classic style with modern materials, but still keeping a classic look and feel. So this is a really nice slip joint with a pocket clip. So there are several out there. Typically, your slip joints are not getting pocket clips, but this one does. And titanium frame. This particular one has carbon fiber scales, but you could get this one with olive wood, Santos wood, green micarta, black G10, and of course this beautiful carbon fiber. The carbon fiber is done really well, and my buddy Gil, who sent this in from Wild About Sporting Goods, and you've heard me talk about him quite a bit, so I won't drone on. He absolutely knows I love carbon fiber. And this is out of his personal collection. And you can see the lock, or the spring back, I guess is what you call it on slip joints. How it's nice and rounded, kind of crowned there. It's super comfortable in the hand. And this is a smaller knife with a lot of blades. We'll zoom out a little bit. Now, the spring, the lock back spring, the spring back, whatever you call it, is really strong. And it's not so bad to take it to the half stop, but from the half stop out is very, very stout. This is, I'm not going to say it's like a fixed blade, but it's in there pretty good. Forgive the fingerprints. So this is a Nylox steel, I think is how you pronounce that. And it's something that Lionsteel uses quite a bit on their different knives. But a very traditional clip point style. And it's almost, it's not misproportioned, but it's a very big blade for a very small handle. But they did everything right. The fit and finish on this is just super nice. It's very comfortable in the hand. We'll zoom back out here real quick. It's very comfortable in the hand. You can get a full grip on it, and there's still this little tang hanging out. So you have a really good grip, no hot spots, and it's a very strong lock, or spring, if you will. There's a lot of force going into moving that blade. And to completely close it, it's almost a little bit concerning because you have to give it quite a bit of oomph to get it to that half stop. And then from the half stop down is really not so much force, but yeah, it takes a bit of oomph to get this thing closed. So let's go over some dimensions real quick. It's 4¼ inches long, closed, 7½ inches overall, 3.34 inch blade, 3.0 inch cutting edge because of that kind of front sharpening choil. Nylox steel. The blade thickness is 0.120, and it is nicely crowned. 0.481 overall thickness, minus the clip, and it weighs in at just 3 ounces, this particular one. And yeah, it just disappears in your pocket, guys. This is really, really a nice overall design and a package. It's actually very pleasing aesthetically to me. even though it's not really my style. It's kind of weird. Now, Goody Van Poppel is really known for, he is a Dutch bladesmith. He started out as a pure blacksmith, and he actually forges his own Damascus. He forges his own Timascus, and for all of his custom knives and whatnot, he makes every single piece. He makes the screws, he makes the washers, he makes all the hardware. Like, soup to nuts, he makes everything in the knife. I am sure there are other people that do that, but I'm not going to swear to that. I don't know. But yeah, so this one is a production version of that. It's a collaboration with Lionsteel. And Goody is making some others with other companies also, because people have seen what great quality and great designs he comes up with, and they've kind of paired with him to make them available to the masses, right? Yeah, I don't know what it would cost or how long it would take to get a complete custom from him, handmade, including all of the screws, washers, liner, everything custom made by him in his shop. Wow, that would be something. So let's do a couple size comparisons here. Here's next to the Sharpie. And as always, the Spyderco Delica. So you can see it gives you a lot of real estate and a big blade for such a small, lightweight, and compact package. How about the ZT0230, another little slip joint here. Noticeably bigger, of course, but, wow, just, it's really a cool knife, I must say. How about the Holt Spectre? So you're almost the same size as the Spectre in a slip joint with a traditional style. So I know that my friend Bob DeMarco, the Knife Junkie, he is very much into traditional knives and slip joints. And my brother is into slip joints also somewhat. So I'm guessing that they will both really appreciate this one. And this is the FIF 23, the full-size one. And really quick, because I kind of meant to grab the FIF 20, here is the FIF 20. Again, slightly smaller because the FIF 20 is basically the size of the Holt Spectre. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about slip joints in general? Who's carrying a slip joint? And do you carry a slip joint as your main primary knife? Or are you carrying a slip joint as a secondary knife? I don't know. I carry a frame lock or a liner lock typically as my primary. And then I do have a very small Swiss Army knife that's always in my pocket, which has a little tiny, 2-inch maybe blade, 1.5-inch blade. And it is a slip joint, and it's got a screwdriver and nail file, all that stuff, right? It's one of the tiny ones. I've shown it before. So I do have that as a secondary, if you will. But I'm really interested to hear, what do you guys carry, and what do you think of slip joints, and what do you think of traditionals? So thanks a lot, everyone. Have yourselves a fantastic day, and we'll see you tomorrow.